This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, May 29th. But the year was 1765. Patrick Henry gives his historic speech: "Give me liberty or give me death. If this be treason, make the most of it." It was on this day, 1790, that Rhode Island becomes the last of the original 13 colonies to ratify the U.S. Constitution. It was on this day, 1849, Abraham Lincoln said, "You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time." It was on this day, 1886, that American chemist John Pemberton begins to advertise Coca-Cola. It was on this day, 1942, that Bing Crosby records White Christmas, making it the world's best-selling single record. Over 100 million copies have been sold. It was on this day, 1953, that Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay are the first to reach the summit of Mount Everest. It was on this day, 1989, that the student pro-democracy protesters gather in Tiananmen Square, China. They construct a replica of the Statue of Liberty, naming it the Goddess of Democracy. It was 1 year ago, 2019, that transgender is no longer classified as a mental health illness by the World Health Organization. But that was all May 29th in the past. This is May 29th, 2020. This month, 27 companies have sought protection under the bankruptcy rules. They range from J.C. Penney, J. Crew, the largest Latin American airline, LATAM Air, and also Avianca Holdings. All of these businesses have been decimated by the virus and the result on the lack of travel. Germany, the government has taken control of Lufthansa with a bailout. California made illegal plastic forks, cups, bowls, plates, bags. But now, since the pandemic, they have reversed all of those rulings, and now you can use all of those plastic devices. Cheyenne Frontier Days was canceled, marking the first time the event, which is billed as the world's largest outdoor rodeo, has been called off in 124 years. American Airlines says it will cut 5,000 management and support staff jobs. American Airlines shares are down 2%. But Amazon plans to keep most of its U.S. jobs it added to meet demand in March and April. Homebuilder Toll Brothers reported quarterly profits and revenues far beyond expectations. Toll Brothers, the builder, their shares are up 9%. While Abercrombie and Fitch reported worse than expected quarterly losses, their shares are down 4%. Rupert Murdoch's Australian flagship media group, News Corp, announced today that it will stop printing more than 100 regional and local newspapers, blaming the collapse in advertising on the pandemic. Washington, D.C., Kayleigh McEnany, the new White House press secretary, is a fierce defender of the president, but she's also fierce about a few other things too, namely her love of country, but most of all, her relationship with God and Jesus Christ. On a daily basis, her purpose is to present, explain, and defend the president's decisions and policies. Her preparation shows that often she turns the table on the media, challenging their fairness, accuracy. But she says, I believe God put me in this place for a purpose and for a reason, like he does with each and every one of us. We're all here for a reason. Well, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, May 29th, 2020.